Good morning and welcome to the VSA Morning Miner, live from Cape Town today at the start of mining in Darwin. But as usual, I'm joined by Paul Rankin. Paul, how are you today?
I am well and not in Cape Town, but it's a beautiful day here in London here.
Yeah, you might actually still be hotter than here. It's high teens at the moment, but clear skies.
Clear here as well. Yeah.
Quite a few new presentations and things released just in time for started meetings this week. But Paul, what news is out there?
Oh, I thought I'd first cover something that came out late on Friday, and that was from Shanghai Mining Club client of ours and TSX listed gold producer in Latin America, Cerrado Gold, with their first quarter production results from their operating mine in Argentina. The Minera Don Nicolas mine had Q1 production of just shy of 13,500 ounces, and they are sitting on target for the year that they had set at the start of the year for over 50,000 ounces of annual production from that mine in Santa Cruz province. They are happy too that what they call this is the second consecutive quarter of what they call normalized production, despite having some operating challenges that have prevailed over some prior quarters here. And the grade profile looking pretty good here at this point at just over 4.5 grams per ton being mined here. So it is looking like they will meet their full guidance here, and they are affirming their cost guidance as well at about something between $1,100 and $13 or $1,300 per ounce produced. So trying to essentially make this as stable an operating asset as they can.
Yeah, and with a margin like that in a ramp-up phase, that's pretty exciting for cash flow and also the growth outlook. So looking like a strong year to come for the company.
And the mined ore is rising as well on a quarter-on-quarter basis here, such that they're over 120,000 tons on a quarterly basis. So hopefully they can maintain that from here.
Yeah, and this is of course the first project. They've also got some other similarly low cost development projects to bring on, as well as considerable exploration upside.
Yes, indeed. Brazil being one of the big ones that they're working at the moment.
Okay, what else have you seen this morning, Paul?
We have an announcement out by the Russian nickel sulfide explorer developer and name quoted Amur Minerals that they are going to sell that deposit now, the Kunmani deposit. They have found a buyer for it, given the geopolitical situation now that people can't, Western firms can't invest there at the moment. So they'll be selling off the asset here for about $105 million US in a series of payments over a 48-month period. And with that is back end loaded such that half of that 105 million will come near the end of the 48-month term. And the divestiture price, though, represents a premium of about 220% on the company's 5th of May market cap. So, and also about 330% on the carried book value for this open pitable nickel sulfide deposit. So they aren't getting necessarily a bad deal on it, given the constraints geopolitically around trying to move this project. But we'll see whether or not the payments essentially are met on time as appropriate. So it is an exit for Amur out of Russia.
Yeah, and I think shareholders will be pretty pleased to get an exit as continuing with the operations. Really pretty challenging.
Yes, that's right. Just leaves very few options available for Western firms actually operating in Russia at this current time.
Yeah, I do note though that that it's an asset sale, so the company will continue as a listed shell, with some of that cash being used to identify new projects. So it will stay on AIM.
That's right.
Anything else, Paul?
Yes, I like good drill hole results, and I had to speak up here about first thing this morning with Carnaby Resources, the ASX listed explorer in the Mount Isa district of Queensland. Very nice follow-on drill holes here on both the Lady Fanny target and the Nil Desperandum target, which lies 4 kilometers to the south of it on the same license. 68 meters at 2.4% copper and 0.4 grams gold in this angle hole. And that confirms the Lady Fanny zone of high grade now to be at least 300 meters in length, running in a north-south direction and structurally controlled. The Nil Desperandum also not to be left behind, as 4 additional holes released there, and all of them showing tens of meters with grades of multi-percent copper and something less than half a gram gold in each of those intervals as well. And that at Nil Desperandum, that confirms that mineralization is extending down plunge on prior drilled intercepts released from the end of last year. So they're all interesting to see that the management of Carnaby already now talking about Lady Fanny being open pittable at this very early stage, given the grades and widths. So very encouraging story here.
Excellent. Okay, well, I think we'll leave it there, and over the next few days, we'll try and give you some insights that we pick up from the conference.
Very good. Very good. We'll see you then.
Thanks, Paul.
Mm-hmm.